So we're with JD. Finally, the season started. Week later than expected, but a win. 2-1 against Hungerford. Give us your thoughts, please.
Yeah, obviously last week was a bit disappointing. I think played ever so well in the first 45 minutes, and being 3 goals up, I think we got to respect the referee's decision. He said the player safety weren't right, so we have to move on from that. And obviously this now goes down as our first game of the season. I think on paper you probably look at 2 teams that want to be up there competing, with the big boys in the league. And they're a good side. They are going to be, I think, there or thereabouts come the end of the season. So it's a good result because we've taken our win. However, I do think we deserve to win today.
Yeah, so first half, both teams end-to-end stuff. Their keeper pulled off some great saves, kept them in it, and then we got the first goal through Connor. So do you want to talk us through that?
Yeah, I thought it was a good game. I think if you paid to get into that, I think you've got your money's worth. I think it was 2 good scenes. I thought, the first half, I thought we was dominant. I think we deserved our lead. You have to defend well against them. They've got a particular way of playing. Obviously, they've got a long throw, which is a real threat. Good from set pieces. They're a big physical side as well. So we knew we had to defend well today, and I think we did. But I thought we was dominant in possession as well. I think Connor scored a really good goal. It's a great finish. And just generally our play when we got up the pitch and got him around the box, I thought we created some good chances, and their goalie's pulled off a couple of saves in the first half. But I think he's kept him in it.
Yeah. So. Only the 1-goal lead at half time. What do you say to the guys at half time coming out?
Trying to maintain standards and trying to still be quite aggressive with our shape because the new rule now, if you sit deeper and deeper, it doesn't allow you to almost soak up pressure now, because the game now, as you know, I think the refs added on 9 minutes there and we played 11, which I don't know where he's got the extra 2 from. Which is, but I feel for the officials a little bit, I've got to say, because this new rule of adding extra time on, it's a 55-minute second half now. All of a sudden, you look at all the other games on Saturday and the games today; they've all gone in, it all gone into like 9-10 minutes added on. So we've had to manage that period. There's certain things we need to work on. I think when we're winning 2-0 in control of a football match, I think we need to keep possession better. I think we got a little bit sloppy, but we've like I say, it's a good result.
As you said, a bit sloppy. Go 2-0 up. You're thinking, make some changes. So 2-1.
Yeah, Jordan has scored a great goal. It's a great finish, and both goals were really good today. I think Connor's was like a team goal and a good finish, but Jordan's was a great finish. Yeah, and then you think, with 15 to go, or if you like 25 to go, you think you're in full control. But we just need to manage that period a little bit better. I just think because of the new rules now, it's not so much a hot potato with the football. You've got to go in there and start controlling and have a bit of possession with the ball. So that's something we definitely need to work on.
And then 2 reds. I think they were both, definitely our red was virtually the last kick of the game, but their red. Any thoughts on those?
Yeah, I look, Shaq's gone through on goal. He's taken him down. I don't think the refs left with much decision there. I think he's got to. I don't know if he's actually made contact with the ball, but from our angle, we're a little bit blindsided from it though. So, probably they will probably have to look back. But I think Shaq is clean through on goal, so the refs use it as a last man. And our one with Shaq, I think it's a ridiculous decision. Shaq's lost control of the ball. He's gone to obviously to get the ball back, and I honestly think he's just gone to even it up. And I think it's a poor decision. And that is in 11 minutes of stoppage time as well. So he's paid 2 extra on top of the 9. Shaq's got to be hard done. We're hard done by there. I think it's poor from the official.
Yeah. But 3 points. So 3 good points. But there's been some sad news regarding injuries recently with Carl.
Yeah, it's good 3 points, but we've lost Cold Lady, I think, for the season. We trained on the last Thursday before the Hamwell game, and in the warm-up, unopposed, he's had a grade 2 tear on his Achilles. It's just unlucky. Carl he's a massive player for us. It's going to be a blow for us because we're taking goals out of our side. Carl is near enough impossible to try and replace. So it is a blow. He's here today, so he's here supporting the boys. Kind of just shows you kind of what a character and a person he is. I know he wants to do the best for us. So we have to move on in the nicest possible way. We have to kind of adapt, and the other boys have to come to the party. I thought Shaq was outstanding today. And he was a real threat. So we just spoke about him where they've got to up their goal tallies, if you like. So Jordan's got another goal today, and I know he's chalked off, but he had 2 against Hanwell as well. So, you know, Jordan looks like he's coming to the party. Ricardo looks a real threat. So the attacking boys need to come and join in.
So we've got 2 games this week. We've got Hayes away, and then we've got Plymouth Parkway here. Thoughts on both of those?
Hayes is a very tough fixture. We always have a good competitive game with them. Where I think we've lost to them last year at home and we've beaten them away. You know, they're always tight affairs. I'd say they know a lot about us and we know a lot about them. But it's a fixture we need to play well in. They've won 2 out of 2. So you know they've had a really good start to the season. They've recruited well and they've got a good squad. So Hayes is another team we expect to be right up there competing with all the top teams as well. So you know if you look on paper at the start, we've probably been dealt with quite a hard couple of games. You know, so it was important to get the win today and we'll set up though. We'll go with the game plan. You know to try and beat Hayes and then Plymouth again. Another tough game. They've started a bit slow last year, but they've done really well last year in terms of the back end of the season. Again, they've got some really good players. I know the last couple they haven't won the football matches, but we know a lot of their players on paper. And tough couple of games for us.
Okay, thanks for your thoughts today, and hope for another 3 points on Tuesday, and we'll chat again next Saturday.
Thanks a lot.